Oh, okay. Nobody throws stones at me just yet. Because, believe it or not, the Black Beauty Jefferson nickel is a real thing. But what exactly is it? Is it a variety? Is it an error? Are they valuable? How do you know if you have one? Well, those are all great questions. Okay, and no, Blue Ridge is not making up some fabled story about a coin that may or may not exist. This is the real thing. This is the real deal. And believe it or not, you guys can find this in Pocket Change. Believe it or not. Even though a lot of the coins that are typically found as Black Beauty are found during the 50s, specifically 1958 and 1959. And they're going to be Philadelphia coins as well. So, what exactly is it? What are we talking about? Blue Ridge, Sean, do not be blowing smoke up our collective you-know-whats. Well, I'm not. Okay? Not today. Not to say it won't happen in the future, but the Black Beauty is a coin that was talked about as recently as 2010. And it wasn't really brought with that much fanfare up until that point, in which some discerning error specialists, most notably the couple that worked for Annex, had discovered that some of these 1958 and 1959, among few other dates during the 50s, these coins were coming in and they were dark in color. Alright, so this is where the story begins. Alright, after lots of research, lots of chitter chatter on the forum pages, the dark kind of gunmetal gray looking coins that you could find in the 1950s is a result of an improperly annealed planchet. Okay, so that might all sound foreign to you. What exactly is that, Sean? Well, an improperly annealed planchet simply means that the strips that were used to punch out the blanks for the coins, well, let's just say they were heated a little bit too much, okay, and that's what produced this dark color. All right, an improperly annealed planchet also means that you have impurities in the alloy mixture that makes up the blank planchets. Okay, sometimes we'll see pieces flake off, almost appear as lamination. Think about the Buffalo nickel. Okay, the series has been plagued with improperly annealed planchets. Another term that people like to use is sintered. Okay, sintered, not centered, sintered, S-I-N-T-E-R. Sintered planchet, which is similar. Okay, it's just an overexposure of heat to the blanks. Okay, before they're punched. With your favorite coin design, or struck, rather. So, the coin that you see right here, this 1958, is indeed a Black Beauty. Okay, the coin that you're going to see here next is going to be a comparison of the obverse of the 1958 Black Beauty, and you will also have an example of a regular looking Jefferson nickel in its proposed correct appearance, correct color, quote unquote. And that's where the differences are. One is considerably a lot more gray than the other. Now, I know what you're thinking. How do I know if I have one? And why can't I say that this is environmental damage? As if it was a coin that was dug out of the ground, and most of those coins are coming up black and gray anyways. Well, that's a fantastic question. when it comes to these coins and being able to correctly identify what you have, okay, first and foremost, it's a very short window of coins, okay, in terms of date-wise, all right? I've seen a Black Beauty Jefferson nickel in 1953. I've seen it in 1952, 1955, 56, 58, 59. Okay, I think I've also seen one for 57, but I can't confirm that. All the coins will be Philadelphia Mint. Okay, there are no Denver minted coins that were produced that have this improper alloy mix / heating treatment. So this all comes even pre-U.S. Mint because this is as the strips were prepared before the punch-outs of these blanks. So usually it's a third-party company that does this. Since you have maybe two of the same contracted company on the East Coast and in the West Coast, wherever those are sourced at, or they may come from the same facility, but based off of the fact that all of the Black Beauty coins only exist on the Philadelphia coins, the U.S. Mint more than likely used two different sites for the supply of the blank planchets, which is why all of the Denver minted coins are perfectly normal looking. So definitely a darker color. Another thing that will differentiate this than a simply environmentally damaged dug coin is on your dug example. Okay, you're going to have pitting. The coin will simply look like it's been sitting in acid, for a few years. Whereas the Black Beauty example will still exhibit not only all of its features and all of its strengths and sharpness, but in brilliant uncirculated examples, they will exhibit full luster. Now, there are only a few examples out there. As a matter of fact, if you went on eBay, you'll see a coin at the end of this video that is a gem mid-state example, okay, that will exhibit some pretty radical looking luster, okay, on a dark coin. Oh my god, you wouldn't even, it's unbelievable. But that's the main difference. The main difference is you're not going to have a pitting, you're not going to have any damage, gunk, dirt, grime, normally. Okay, now there are Black Beauties that exist with some gunk and grime and grease on there, and that's, as these things were used, people just didn't know any better. Some would say, oh, it's just dirty. So, yeah, this is a great kind of find right here. I found probably 4 or 5 of them going through Jefferson nickel rolls. What's the frequency? Probably about 1 out of every 10 Jefferson nickels of these date ranges will be a Black Beauty. They're not rare, but finding one in mid-state is a little bit tough. So here's some images of the reverse. Again, you could see the difference between the two. I mean, the entire coin is affected. It's not splotchy. You're not going to find one with a dark obverse and then a brighter, whiter reverse. It just doesn't happen. The whole coin is affected because that's the way they are treated. So, yeah. I guess you guys didn't know that this existed, and more than likely, I'm the first coin YouTuber to ever bring up the Black Beauty Jefferson nickel. It's a coin that really, has lived in a little bit of obscurity for a few years, for a number of years. Grading company Annex actually they certify these. Here's an example of one right here that they have slabbed with the Black Beauty attribution on there. So it's a real thing. I'm not pulling a wool over anybody's eyes. This is just another coin you could find that you could add to your toolbox of various finds with double dies and repunchment marks and various errors and transitionals and you name it. I'm loading you guys up, that's for sure. So Hope you enjoyed this broadcast. Sorry it's a little long-winded. At least it's not 25 minutes, right? Like the last few videos. Again, the best way you can support me is subscribe, share this video, comment, and most importantly, hit that like button. You can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. As always, appreciate your guys' time and dedication to helping a brother grow in this community. And yeah, love you guys. You guys take care, and yeah, discover together. As a matter of fact, go ahead and find yourself a black beauty today. You guys have a good one.